Hello. Thank you for joining me. This will probably be my most controversial video, and welcome. Today, I wanted to look at something that's come up multiple times that I think is very important that we need to look at. So if you're following me, thank you for following me. And if you're watching and you've watched this far and you're still watching, thanks. Okay, so I want to bring up the concept of, are you doing yoga? Are you paying for an overpriced stretching class? Are you paying for yoga? Are you actually doing yoga? Or are you just paying for an overpriced fitness stretching class? One of the things I have to say, let's break it down, that most of you probably aren't really doing yoga. It's unfortunate, but everything that comes to North America gets watered down and McDonaldized and sold at not as good quality as it is in the initial lands. So let's break it down. Yoga, which is really actually includes 8 different limbs of yoga. There's 8 different parts to it. Asanas, which is the physical yoga practice, is 1. So let's do the fractions. 1 out of 8 is, let's work out the math. Not a lot. So you're not actually doing yoga if you're only practicing the poses. Yoga includes, I will lay out the 8 things that's actually included if you are doing yoga. First thing, yamas. These are the disciplines with dealing with society and the world. So just normal, it's essentially ethical ideals and how you deal with other people, how you treat other people. I often take it as the sign of do unto others as you would like them to do unto you ideas. But we can explore that more as we go on. Niyamas, these are your personal disciplines concerning your relationship with yourself. So how do you talk to yourself? How do you treat yourself? This is how you are to yourself. Are you gentle? Do you forgive yourself? Are you doing things that are good for your mind, your body, and your soul? Mind? Are you doing things that are good for you? Then now you get to the third one, which is asanas, which is the actual physical poses. The stuff that we see, if you're doing yoga, you're doing these poses. I have so many concerns with how it's done in North America, very much. There's so many concerns. It's very much like McDonald's. I've had instructors that are like, oh, can't you wish you do this pose? And they show you this big fancy pose. Yoga is, let's break it down. I should have maybe done this at the beginning. The definition, it is mind, body, and spirit. If you were doing the mind, that's a third of the ideal concept. It's only 1 of the 8 limbs. It is not yoga. It's not yoga. The physical form itself might be yogic postures, which are under the name of yoga, which have been taught through this beautiful ancient practice of yoga. And I get that yoga gets put under the fitness aspect in North America because it's where, there is no other spiritual practice that brings in the physical body. There is none, not that exist, that bring in the total holistic mind, body, and soul experience. There's none. Your spiritual and organized religions, if they work for you, great, but they have aspects missing from them. They're not holistic. Pranayama, that's the 4th one. Pranayama is your breath and energy management. So learning how to do those deep breaths, how to be able to manage your energies to create. Then you've got your dharma, which is the concentration of your mind towards a single point. So dharma, that is that meditation, that focus, that getting your space, being able to keep yourself from the distractions, from everything else that can be noisy. Then you got your dhyanas, and that's where you become absorbed with the object in your meditation. So it's just a deeper sense of that oneness, connection, focus. And then, of course, you get to the last stage, which is samadhi, which is where you are the object of your meditation. That is full bliss. That is connection to the higher energies. I have been in the fitness industry since I was 19. It's been a lot of years. And when I started, within the first 2 to 3 years, I was in fantastic shape. I'm still in great shape, but I was fit because I was always doing weight training, fit, super fit. My mind was not good. My spirit was not in line. The more I did more physical fitness, because that made me feel good. And every time I had problems, emotional things, spiritual cries in my own life, I would go to fitness and it would temporarily help me. but it didn't give me the tools to bring it into my everyday life. Like, you can only do fitness things everywhere for so long. And that can be a tool that I use, that I depended on, that didn't help me to a certain point. Once you've mastered the physical things that help with, maybe your state of mind and making you feel better, you need that spiritual end. You need that connection to the higher divine realms, the energy. If you want to manifest in your life and you want to be successful, it is a holistic approach. You get your mind in alignment with your body and then your soul as well. Because when your body is open and feeling good and you can move easily in your body, and then your spirit, your trust for the higher realms, that higher energy, whatever you identify with, it can open up when your vibration is in alignment with your mind and your body and your soul. It's getting the frequencies. That is why yoga is holistic. I've had what brought this up is I've had quite a few people come to me saying, I'm not into the oracle card readings or the meditation. And this is what I have to say. Then go and start. Go physically get yourself a fitness class. Go find a yoga instructor that's not a real yoga instructor. There's so many out there. You throw a dart, you'll hit any type of yoga instructor that doesn't practice besides the one limb, the asanas, the physical practice. I've been in many, many of those classes. That is more the norm than what I offer. I offer you something deeper. What I offer you is holistic mind, body, and soul connection. If you want to help yourself, if you want to get your vibration into alignment so you can manifest easily, because you are a divine being. The reality is, anybody else that tells you that you're not a divine being and you can't create, they're lying to you. They want you to be a victim in this reality. And if we look outside for what is happening, you can be a victim anywhere. There's so many ways to be a victim. It is this, you're being called. Stand in your power, take the initiative. Now, are you practicing yoga or are you paying for overpriced fitness training? Well, maybe not overpriced fitness training as much as stretches. Maybe if you're doing a power, it's a fitness training. Are you? Ask yourself that. And what stops you from being able to trust that you have the messages from your guides around you, or trust that you need to get yourself into alignment? Because, being physically fit does not help your spirituality. It doesn't fix it. It doesn't help you feel more connected. The reality, you are free will. And you can keep manifesting and pushing. So when I was fit and I was working out and, my body felt good, but my mind wasn't good. And I couldn't fix my mind through doing the fitness alone. I could not. I could not fix my spirituality without doing some actual work and deep look into how I actually think, how my mind is feeling and fixing. I know this is probably uncomfortable for so many people because we get into these dogmas of religion or dogmas of what yoga is, and then, I don't want to be all this or that. The reality, if you want to fix yourself, it's holistic. And you have to find yourself somebody that you resonate with, that can help you to assist that, and is actually covering more than just your asanas, just your physical fitness, is actually trying to bring in and incorporate all these other approaches. Thank you for listening to my rant. There's your insight to look at today. Are you doing yoga or are you doing stretches that are called yoga? Are you practicing any of these 8 other ways of the yoga limbs? Are you practicing anything besides the body? If you're not, it's not yoga. Prove me wrong. Until tomorrow, have a great one.